What's good, everybody? Donnie is Cynic. Welcome to my channel, Cynical Perspective. Today we're talking about tongue tie. Sorry about that. Here we go. Why Oscar Isaac, Moon Knight won't be the MCU's take on Batman. Even though he is the MCU take on Batman in the comic books with multiple personality disorder, some gadgets, a little bit of supernatural powers and stuff like that. You know, Batman has no powers; he's still human, but he does dabble in. I guess the closest thing to Batman having powers would be his unique ability of stealth. Like he could just disappear and reappear all stealthily, like a magician with escape tricks and stuff like that. That's the closest thing to a powers that he has. But Moon Knight does have a little bit of power in him, a little teeny bit, not a lot. In the comic books, I guess in this TV show, they just gonna make him a straight Wraith type person. Yeah, I think what he trying to do with the with Moon Knight in the MCU show series, I think they trying to make Moon Knight more like a what's the word I'm looking for? Make Moon Knight more like a remember that old character the Shadow, the one Alec Baldwin played 30 years ago. They had a movie, but it was based off a 1939 radio show. Yeah. They try to make the Moon Knight kind of like him. A Batman type character that happens to have powers, fighting crime, but add the multiple personality in there. So the Moon Knight would be more like the Shadow instead of Batman, which would be kind of smart if you try to be creative and original, but pretty dumb from a bigger standpoint, because who wouldn't want to be like Batman? And Marvel needs a Batman. You know what I'm saying? Batman is DC's biggest selling hero. I refuse to call Batman a superhero. Sorry, can't do it. Because Batman is not a superhero. To my definition, a superhero is one who has superpowers. Whether it's magic, super strength, super speed. If you don't have powers, then you're not a superhero. You're just a hero. If you fight crime locally in your neighborhoods, you're a vigilante. Batman is a hero and a vigilante. He saves lives and he fights crime in his neighborhood or in the city. He's in Gotham, sometimes Metropolis, sometimes Bloodhaven, sometimes Starling City, sometimes Coast City. He fights crime in cities. That's what a vigilante does. And he also saves lives, which is what a hero does. He is not a superhero. If he was a superhero, he'd be saving thousands upon thousands of lives, like active volcanoes or something like that. And even if he did do it, he's doing it with gadgets. Something a typical human being with that same knowledge of the weapons, the stuff that he has, could do. You see what I'm saying? Like Iron Man is a tricky story. I wouldn't consider Iron Man a superhero either. I'll consider him a hero or a vigilante, or mostly a hero, just a hero only, because he don't fight crime heavy like a vigilante does. Maybe he does sometimes. A lot of times he don't. That's kind of like not his thing. But he does, however, save lives using a suit that's the equivalent of using a bulldozer to move junk out the way so people could cross over. That's why I look at Iron Man's suit. Iron Man, like, with this flying his suit. Just something he used as a weapon or something. Anyway, back to Batman and Moon Knight. I'm still trying to figure out as to why they don't want to associate him, Marvel, like trying to make him like their version of Batman. It's kind of dumb because, like I said, Batman is the primary de facto hero of DC Comics. Even more with Warner Brothers. I mean, Warner Brothers loves some Batman. They even went as far as trying to, when Man of Steel didn't really make enough money, didn't hit the $1 billion mark in sales, they decided to make a sequel and bring Batman in there. Say, well, Batman's the $1 billion boy. So let's make him make this next Superman movie a $1 billion movie. That should tell you right there how important Batman is to Warner Brothers. DC too, but mostly Warner Brothers. So much, and Batman now has competition over there with people liking Joker more now, the villain, and Harley Quinn, who's bisexual when it comes to the hero villain racket, and in real life, and not real life, and in her personal life with Poison Ivy. I just say that Marvel needs a Batman, and I would think Moon Knight would have been that Batman. Unless they trying to keep Moon Knight in his own personal realm and when they finally unless they trying to bring Daredevil in the MCU and make him their Batman, that might make more sense. Because you don't really need two Batmans in the MCU. It's just really weird. So that's probably the reason why they decided to make it does make sense now. Okay, now it does make sense. Because that's only if they decide to bring Daredevil into the MCU. If they do that, then that makes perfect sense why they don't want that makes perfect sense as to why they don't want Moon Knight to be their Batman. Now let's read this article real fast to get understanding. Because like I said, I think that's the reason. So they might have plans to bring Daredevil over, and Daredevil's much closer to Batman than Moon Knight is. Moon Knight head writer Jeremy Slayer said, "I'm coming to this special not turn an anti-hero into Marvel Cinematic versus Batman." Makes sense. If they're trying to bring Daredevil there, it don't make sense if they're not. Because tonight Batman Knight was fast physical construct won't be just Marvel first and Dark Knight. Batman has a year head start on us. You're not gonna beat Batman in his own game. Shit, you can try. He said he can't beat Batman in his own game. Hell, you can try. Marvel Cinematic Universe brings like what? MCU brings like what? Like what? $1 billion per movie? Not all of them. Maybe like 80-90% of their movies bring like about $1 billion now. So they ain't gonna skip you. You need to get ready to bring a little Batman their own Batman there. Because if Moon Knight do good as a TV series, they might make a movie out of it. That could be $1 billion movie. Who knows? For them not compete with Batman is weird, but whatever. Again, like I said before, unless they're trying to have use Daredevil as their de facto Batman for Marvel. So we'll see. We will see. Let's see. Batman has an 8-year history. Batman has an 8-year head start on us. You're not going to beat Batman in his own game. We see this side of Moon Knight in some comics as a playboy philanthropist, throwing moon-shaped boomerangs, flying around on a moon-shaped plane. But I don't think that's the coolest possible version of the character. Like I said, he's trying not to make him less Batman and more the Shadow. While Moon Knight won't be a carbon copy of Batman, his show will be just as brutal as recent takes on the critics who say recently described. That's how violent Moon Knight will be saying. It's been fun working with Disney Plus and see the boundaries shifting on what they're able to. These are moments in the series where Moon Knight is one on their character and it's too loud and brutal. And knee-jerk reactions, we're going to pull back on this, right? No, we're not pulling back. There's a total shift. This is a different thing. This is Moon Knight. As an impediment anti-hero, Isaac himself, who collected comics as a child, said he has never even heard of Moon Knight. Trust me, I don't blame Isaac. I don't blame Oscar Isaac for that one. I never heard of Moon Knight till like almost a decade ago, so I can understand that one. I was doing myself to a project Knight's biggest challenge. I felt so much room to do things. Therefore, I wanted to do. I could not wait to get to set. It was the biggest work I have had in my life. For a sure amount of stuff to do 8 months. I could get to set the work. Plot details still a mystery, but the official synopsis for Moon Knight proves just how different the Marvel hero is from Batman. Search for our mild-mannered gift shop employee Stephen Grant, who discovers his dislocated identity disorder and shares a body with a mercenary, Mark Spector. The alter ego must then navigate the complex abilities as they soon place a mystery on powerful gods of Egypt. Since it's chosen on them. Okay. March 30th on Disney Plus. Oh. So there you have it, folks. Like I said, what this person, Colin Hickinson, pointed out, and he made a good point. And yes, this is what I do from now on. If I'm reading an article, I like to mention the person's name in the article, whether he's a male or female, because I feel as though you gotta remember these articles are here that I be posting are one person's opinion. Some may have some fact to it, but mostly it's their opinion on situations, what they believe, what they think of, and all that such. But they have facts to it and opinions. So, like I said, it's their views, their takes. So there's no need to So I gotta give them credit or discredit them, regardless. Now, like I said, I do agree with Colin in terms of I do agree with him in terms of what he said about Moon Knight, or what the person he was talking to said about Moon Knight. But it would be logical to make him into a quote unquote Batman type person. But they didn't want him to follow Batman too much. So I guess they decided to add the supernatural element, make him more like the Shadow. Still philanthropist and all that such, but this time around more using more powers than gadgetry. And I guess makes sense. I think that makes sense. I mean, that's what they're going by, but only if they bring Daredevil back. Like I said earlier, if Daredevil is the one they banking on, if Daredevil's the one that they want to make into like Batman, then that would make much better sense. But yeah. So what y'all guys think? You think it's a good idea for them to not make him like the comic book character version of Moon Knight, in which he does follow Batman more in the comic books than he does anything else with the multiple personality disorder? Or do y'all think or you think y'all think it's a good idea to decide to just push him more into the rim like the Shadow and leave the Batman like stuff to Daredevil once they fully acquire the license? Leave your comments below, or if y'all think I'm right or wrong, leave your comments below. It doesn't matter. Like and subscribe to my channel as well. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.